Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to the Army. Welcome to All Tier, All Five podcast and X. And welcome to the one, the only G Talks. How you doing, mate?
I'm good, Bobby, man. I'm good. I mean, I need a shave. I need a haircut. But I mean, I'm really well. It just feels it feels really, really good to be back. I mean, I genuinely can't remember the last time I did a stream, period, let alone with you. And obviously, with the whole job, working in a school, it's just absolute madness. So really long days, really stressful. So I'm 1 week into 6 weeks off. So I did say to you a while ago that, look, once I break up, I do plan on doing these shows with you. So hopefully this will be one of many over the summer.
Yeah, let's hope so. Obviously, the season is not that far away, but we'll still try and do the transfer shows once the season kicks in. But obviously, it's going to be a little bit harder because I've got previews to do. But yeah, we're going to try and keep going all the way till the end of the window because we're going to be busy up until the end of the window. So why not? Let's talk about it. It's just the way it is. But yeah, obviously, my partner's in the same field as you, so yeah, I do get it. She has actually asked me to ask you a question at the end of the show, so I'll do that when we're off stream.
No problem.
Let's get into the comments because there is plenty already. Big up to Tamina saying, hi, Bobby, how are you doing? I'm doing okay. Hope you're doing well, Tamina. Thank you very much, as always, putting the first comments always in. Yes, Jokeres is number 14. I did say that I did think he was going to be the number 14 due to the fact we're leaving number 10 free for someone else. We'll find out who that may be. I told everybody Jokeres getting number 14. Nobody believed me, but it made sense. Striker. Obviously, we know. I know other strikers have had the 14 and they haven't gone so well. But obviously, Thierry Henry is the most well known for the number 14. So, yeah, I think it's very, very. Look, all I would say is just look forward to the announcement video. It is going to be epic. It's going to be unreal.
I literally can't wait. Like, there's signings and then there's signings.
Yeah.
And this is one. Like that was my big dream in it going into this window was to make sure we had, a killer up top, prolific number 9. Yeah. I wasn't massively fussed who it was going to be, but I just knew we had to buy a striker. So yeah, this one, I mean, he was my first choice going into the window, aside from Isak, who, you clearly told us way back that he just wasn't attainable for us this summer. So I quickly switched my stance and just thought, okay, out of all the other strikers who are left in the market, who do I want? And it was Gyökeres. So I'm absolutely over the moon. I can't wait for the announcement.
Yeah, it's going to be a very entertaining video. Arsenal fans will be like just sitting back and just going, "Yeah, that was mind blowing." Basically, like what it was to watch new Star Wars when all the Star Wars fans out there, when a new Star Wars movie came out. It's going to be epic, and it probably won't be the only epic video that we have in the rest of the window. That's all I'm going to say. I know what the media team are up to, so yeah, it's going to be lovely, lovely, lovely. What left backs have we been likened with? But I'm guessing you mean linked with. Left back situation is on hold at the moment for obvious reasons. We're kind of putting our money elsewhere, and whatever we can do else will be at the end of the window. So currently, we've got some people in mind, but I'm not even going to talk about it just yet because we've got 2 positions that we want to deal with, an attacking midfielder and left winger, and then whatever else we can do, we'll try and do it at the end of the window. If not, we'll move it to January or next summer because he has planned not just this summer, but planned for next summer as well. So I am not concerned at the moment. Again, a DM. Again, we've got loads. There's loads. There's absolutely Casado is one. Agumi is one. Badadi has been looked at, but the price tag is a little bit crazy, if I'm honest. There's another one.
Who's that one that's crazy? Is it Agame, did you say?
No, Bouadi, the guy from Lille.
Okay,
yeah. And then there's one from South America. Someone said his name the other day. I think it begins with a B. I cannot remember.
Quick opinion for you, Bobby. Do you think we need another DM?
In my opinion, this is the only way we're going to get a 10 is if we get another DM in. Okay. You know me, I'm very hard to please. And for me to be perfect and like go, this is a perfect window, I actually do want the left back and the DM to get
even with even with obviously Zubi, Norgard, and even a potential of Rice being able to play there, do you not feel we're covered?
Nope. No,
Oh,
not for me.
okay.
I like everyone knows. People have heard me enough on here. I am so hard to please. Look, I might rate this window a 9 at the end of it. That's still a very good score. But I personally, just because of me, I'm quite picky. I would want a 10, and the only way I can get a 10 is if I get a young DM, and it's more the age. I want a young DM. I don't want
a young profile.
Yeah, I don't want an old DM. I want a young profile to go alongside, because eventually Lewis Skelly will be there as well. So then we have two wonderful. We don't have any DMs in our youth academy whatsoever that are upcoming, and I'm going, oh yes, he's going to look amazing. So I need one to be brought in, like a 17 to 23-year-old kind of age profile would be perfect for me. Left back wise, everyone knows who I want. I want Hato. Simple as end, full stop, mic drop. That's who I want.
That's not looking likely though, is it?
It's not looking likely, but you never know in the market what could all of a sudden come out of the woodwork. So I'm not saying it will happen, but you just never know. The market is mental at the moment. So hang on, I'll be careful because someone will clip me. Right. Tamina is saying Eze is possibly going to get that number. Who knows? Who knows? But we are saving the 10 for someone. Gordon and Rodrigo for Martinelli and Trossard replacement. In my opinion, I can only see one of those leaving. I can't see both. I personally, I'll be honest, I would like both of them to be gone. Again, that's just me. Don't shoot me. I love Martinelli. Everyone knows I love Martinelli. But he's just not it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I kind of feel like with Martinelli, like I was always along the lines of, and even now, like don't get me wrong, I think it's crazy because I think out of the two, I think right now based on form, I think Trossard is the better player.
Yes,
right now, I think I think the Martinelli regression or stagnation is really really sad. Because at one point for me, I still remember, I can't tell you the year it was, but I'm telling you there was a season when he was arguably better than Saka. He was putting on. He was putting on better numbers. He was scoring more goals. He was assisting. He was arguably our best offensive player. But I don't know what's happened, whether it was the injury or lack of form or confidence, whatever it is. But it's not working. And I kind of felt like last season he was getting a lot of stick. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to give him stick. But I've kind of reached that point now in my head where I just feel like, you know what, if a good enough offer comes in, I'm open. I'm open to selling him. I'm open to selling both, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%. How many players Arsenal get this summer before window closes? In my opinion, we'll definitely get 8. So that's obviously the 6 that we've got now. Another 2. Who knows? We might get more, but I'm going with minimum 8 now. Our main objective was 7, so I'm happy. I think we've done an amazing job.
When I told people that, Bobby, people laughed.
Yeah, because I think it might have been Hand of Arsehole or someone else that said 5 to 6 players. I was I don't know what list you're looking at, mate, but it is nowhere near.
I remember I popped it in an Arsenal group chat and certain man them, no names, certain man them laughed at me, was like, you're crazy. Arsenal will buy no more than 3-4 players tops. And I went, okay, cool.
We're on 6.
Now look where we are.
We're on 6 and we're not done. We're nowhere near yet done. But yeah, are we getting another Well, this is a possibility, but don't expect it to happen necessarily this summer. This could go into January, possibly next summer. We have got ideas. Obviously, I've been mentioning Vipa, so hopefully Vipa stays where he is because I rate him highly. And because he's at Mainz, he's going to be fairly cheap. No offense to Mainz, but they can't expect you to pay a lot of money when they're there. You've also got the young lad from, what's his name? He's from Bologna. I think his name's Castro, something like that. 23, 24-year-old Argentinian. I think he's Argentinian. There's a few youngsters that we've been looking at, and I don't mind the young profile because obviously Gyökeres is 27, right? So we kind of need someone, again, of the profile that's 23, 24. Would possibly a Watkins possibly come in? Don't rule it out. But currently Man United are looking at that at the moment. Sorry, I was trying not to laugh whilst I'm saying this, but it is quite funny. But it's quite funny because if you Wrexham are obviously after Ericsson, which I do find quite funny. This football market this summer is just beyond belief. This is more feels like FIFA, like you're playing FIFA. The moves that are being made are just mental. Evening to Melanie, hope you're doing well. Big up to John saying Bobo G Unit. Big up to Gary saying hello. Big up to Wilhelm. Percentage that we signed. Oh Jesus. Oh, hang on. Whoa. I'm pretty sure you don't mean for all of them. Because I think even I might faint if we sign all three of those.
I think he means per player, like each player.
Oh, okay. Leao, way down. It's between Rodrigo and Gordon right now. And it's fairly neck and neck, I'll be honest. Mainly because, and I said this on the last show, Rodrigo isn't doing what I expect of him. If that makes sense, he's not saying he wants to leave. He's showing too much love to Real Madrid, which concerns me a little bit, if I'm honest. But obviously, until he gets back from holiday, no one knows, and that's the way it is. They're entitled to holidays. I know there's going to be a meeting set up with Alonso, and I'm sure that will come out next week because I'm pretty sure it's next week, the meeting. But yeah, don't rule out Gordon. I've been saying Gordon for quite a while now. Don't rule it out. Big up to Giovanni, saying big up to Bobby. Hope everything is well. It's not too bad, thank you. How many years do you expect Saliba to stay? 2030. Andrea likes to work with 5-year contracts. He doesn't like 4 years. He doesn't even like the 4+1. He likes full control. So it will be a 5-year contract. You will see the same as Saka. Saka will be staying until 2030. Saliba will be staying until 2030. Gyökeres is a 5-year contract. So yeah, pretty much 2030 is a massive year for loads of contracts running out. But nothing to be worried about because obviously it's 5 years' time. But he will be, in my opinion, at the moment, this might change, will be the second highest paid player, in my opinion. So yeah, very, very high. Because a lot of people, because I don't know if you heard, there was a rumor going around. Someone shared it with me. I just laughed that Miles Lewis Skelly was on £140,000.
Oh Jesus!
Did you hear that?
No, you know what? I've seen little snippets on the timeline, and when I saw it, I literally just kept scrolling.
Do you know how much
I had to keep scrolling because otherwise I would have been tempted to comment, and then I don't know what I would have said. So,
do you know
I've seen some ridiculous rumors about how much is he on. Yeah,
he's only on 40,000.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
I don't know where the 140 has gone from. It's absolute madness. Hope you're doing well, Wilhelm. Big up to Ali J saying let's go. Big up to Tom Skinner saying good evening. Bobby, has Gyökeres media stuff been done already? Are they behind as per? No, the media stuff is now going to be done. Everything else has already been done. It's just a pantomime, people now. But no, the media is being done due to the fact there's someone that's going to be in the announcement video that they're filming tomorrow, and I think it might be going into Sunday because honestly, it's epic. It's going to be an epic announcement. Say that again, mate.
I said I literally can't wait.
Yeah, but you will probably see the announcement just before the Tottenham game. Not literally just before, like probably a day before. And you will probably see him on the bench. So be prepared for that. It depends how he goes, because I think he might have a training session before that. I'm not 100% sure, but he should do. But yeah, and other rumours about Eze telling his friends you'd have to ask Eze. All I will say is there is a very, very huge possibility Eze will be coming. But what he's told his friends is that you have to ask him, because I don't know.
It's Graham Bailey. Correct me if I'm. I mean, someone in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but I did see a report. It was from Graham Bailey. Graham Bailey released an article, I think it was yesterday, saying that basically that Eze had expressed to obviously his family, friends, and so forth that he would be joining Arsenal. So I remember I did read the article.
All I would say is that Arsenal are definitely working on 2 media videos right now, and there's a reason why we're working on one already, because there's some history there. So read into that whatever you wish. Pick up to Melanie saying, pick up geeks, pick up all. Miles saying, hey, Bobby, thank you very much. It's still the motto. I had 2 questions. What are the updates with the left wing? When do you think we'll see Eze updates? Next week for Eze. Left wing, this could go on all the way. I'll be honest. Rodrigo is due back on holiday over the weekend or next week. I'm pretty sure there's a meeting set up next week with Alonso. It could be quick, fast. I said this to G earlier. This could all of a sudden just quickly pace out, but due to the fact that there is also a situation with Newcastle, hence why I'm mentioning Gordon. Newcastle are quite clearly having a bit of a problem. You probably noticed within the media. They do need money. Now, I think if they were to sell Gordon, let's say to us, i.e., they could then secure Isaac for at least another season, because they could offer him the wage. This is the problem. I've said this about Newcastle for so many years. Doesn't matter who took him over. They are never going to be with the big boys until they've been consistently in the top lot, because the sponsors don't pay that type of money. Everything that goes into the football club isn't anything like what we get, United get, City get, Liverpool get, Chelsea get, even Tottenham get. So they're never going to be able to pay the big wages. And that's what Isaac wants. He wants big wages. Now, it's up to you if you want to believe that he deserves it. That's up to you. But yeah, he has been advised wrongly, in my opinion, Isaac. But there we go. That's what it is. It's a situation. Can carry the ball and score or assist, and has an amazing first touch on goal. The gamer. Gamer, that feels like you can have I missed a comment from the gamer? Because it feels like
it feels like it was about a certain player, but
yeah, sorry, mate. If I've missed it, I've gone. I'm pretty sure I've gone through them all. Sometimes I can miss them because they do go quite fast. And all the fans who are viewing, yeah, big up to 600 people currently watching. Do appreciate it. Big up to Angie. Is Gabriel in amber with any clubs? Not yet, but I do expect that to change. With the rehab at the moment, I'd say possible the last 2 weeks. I've always said this, the last 2 weeks of August could be interesting. It is always interesting. I did show you this on the stream, whatever day I did it, what day we're on, Friday, Tuesday, that Jesus has not got a new photo. There's literally no reason that he wouldn't be in the new photos unless he's out the door. Now, could this be a Tommy situation? Possible.
I thought that, yeah.
It's possible. I don't recommend it because I think it will cost still quite a lot of money. But he definitely does not have any future at Arsenal. I appreciate what he did when he first come in, but that's it. Sorry, I don't have time to care. Big up to Gastu, doing good. Is Gordon still second? He is. Rodrigo's still first choice, but if Gordon, there's a situation. The thing with Newcastle and the thing with Real Madrid, the difference is, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. If we were to deal with Real Madrid, I've got a horrible, sneaky suspicion they will request something which I don't think Arsenal will be too keen on within the deal for Rodrigo. So within transfer deals, you can also get like first dibs on another player, if that makes sense. So it's nothing to do with the actual player you're signing. Real Madrid will request first dibs on one of our players, which I don't think is right. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Yeah, you're getting where I'm coming from here. And I don't want that. I guarantee Arsenal won't want that because Real Madrid are not the easiest to negotiate. And the other situation is when you deal with Premier League teams, installments are a lot simpler because we all use them. When you're across Europe, they don't tend to use the installments as much as we do. So they like large lump sums up front and weird things. You've seen literally what Sporting Lisbon have, how the installments are with them. They like all weird kind of things, and not a lot of clubs like that. Newcastle would be very simple. Whatever the price is, split down the 5-year contract, job done. Simples. So overall, probably better deal personally. And I personally love Gordon. I know a lot of people don't. I have no issues with Gordon. I love him. He's an annoying little git, and that's what I enjoy about him. He's an annoying little git, and I'm a right back, and I wouldn't want to defend against him. So there we go. The game is saying, "Come on, you Gunners." Not in my opinion, he won't be. No, I don't think so. I just don't.
That surprises me. I'll be honest. I mean, I'm only going by what I'm seeing online, but online it's literally just wave after wave after wave after wave of reports about Isak just wants Liverpool. Liverpool are going to make a British record fee transfer, and so I mean, I can't really see where else he could go, just because at the moment the media are not. I know you're saying how he is in negotiations in amber with 3 teams, but really in the media, all we're hearing is Liverpool. I think there's been a little bit of a snippet around Saudi, but that's also been kind of snuffed out because a lot of the media is saying that he wants to stay in the Premier League. So that surprises me that you don't think he will end up. I thought it was inevitable he'll end up at Liverpool.
I don't know where the Premier League part has come from it. I would say that, yes, he'd want to stay in Europe.
Yeah.
I don't agree with he would want to stay in Premier League. He wants to win challenges. He wants to win titles. He wants a bigger wage. You're not going to get that at Newcastle for quite a few years, in all honesty. What I do see happening is he stays for one more season, then he goes next summer for an agreed fee. And by the way, English clubs, English clubs do keep to their word when it comes to release clauses. When we say, you can go for that amount, trust me, you'll be going for that amount. Because I think the price at the moment is around 150, 160 million quid. And why have Newcastle got to lower that? They're the richest club in the world. They haven't got no need to do that.
He's got 3 years left.
Yeah. Gordon's got 3 years left. That will be a hefty price. I don't see Isak at the moment going to Liverpool. At the moment. I just don't see it. That's just my opinion. Will that change? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Because Isak, I don't know. What's the wording that they've used in the media? Because I know what Isak has said to Newcastle. What's the wording that they've used in the media? That he's asked to leave?
I mean, they've basically said, I can't. I mean, somebody in the chat might be able to put it in and look up, but it's more of he's made it clear, or he's vocalized that his preference is to seek a move away. That's the kind of wording that they've used. They haven't come out. I mean, there's no like transfer request that's been reported. No. They have reported that he turned up to training on Monday, but then he left after a few minutes. And there's a lot of rumors around the thigh injury. But a lot of people are suggesting maybe the reports around the thigh injury is actually more of a smokescreen for the fact that actually he's quite unsettled, because he hasn't actually gone on tour with Newcastle. Are now in Singapore, and he's not part of the squad. But I mean, the narrative is not like he's boycotted the tour, he's on strike. It's more of he's got a niggly injury and he's been given some time because he's a little bit unsettled. And it's all very kind of, in my opinion, it's all very kind of fluffy in that the way it's being portrayed, in that, they're basically saying that he's kind of expressed to the Newcastle hierarchy that he would like to leave. That's how it's being reported.
Yeah, because it's definitely not anything that he's gone, I'm moving, I'm buggering off, sell me now. Because he's not that type of character, which is, he's a nice kid. So, I wanted him when Real Sociedad was selling him years ago. So I have high respect for him. Don't get me wrong, I'm still happy with Gyökeres. And if someone said choose that between, I'll still choose Gyökeres, I'll be honest. But I wish him good luck, but I do think he'll be there for one more season. I just don't see Newcastle selling them unless someone literally does offer exactly what Newcastle want, which I just don't see happening. Liverpool have got money. I warned everyone that Liverpool's plan for this season was mental. They do have the money, but I don't think they have that much money. to go that high, unless they do get the sales that they need, which, as you can probably see, is not happening either. It's all about sales.
I remember
sometimes,
you
Francis.
saying, I literally remember you saying that Liverpool are going to have an amazing summer, and
Oh yeah,
like obviously, I remember just sitting there thinking, I can't see it because they're just like for the last however many years. Like, don't get me wrong, they've got great players, but
yeah,
they've not really been big spenders. And then long boom, Verts,
yeah.
record, Frimpong, Kirkes, keeper. I'm like, wow, okay. So again, Bobby's right.
Yeah, sorry. I hate being right. I really do. Big up to Cole. Hope you're doing well. I know Cole's well excited. I guarantee he's probably going on a bender this weekend. Just how excited he is about what's coming up. Big up to Wilhelm. Dean, big up to you. Saying good evening, Bobby and G. Big up to Commander. Anything on sales? I hope we get Rodrigo. Currently got 9 different players on Amber going out. So there will be. It just takes a little bit of time. Just be patient, people. Don't forget, being in Singapore isn't going to help the situation. Well, not Singapore, we're in Asia, aren't we? Because we're in different places now, because we're Hong Kong and so yeah, patience, people. Patience. It's going to be needed because most of them are all abroad, which doesn't make logistics easy at all. Glock 14 says AJ. G, what's up, brother? Says Dylan. Big up to Tubac. Is Jokeres in London? Is he flying in? He's here now. Yes, he's here now because he'll be filming tomorrow. So yeah, please give me a left winger. It is very compulsory. We will get a left winger, in my opinion. I'm very. I know I've been going a little bit back sometimes, but I'm getting more and more confident because I know who's probably going to be leaving us. So yeah, I'm very confident we'll get one in. Which clubs are interested in Gabriel Jesus? I believe he will be going back home. In my opinion, that's what I think. Palmeiras have always been around there with Jesus. I don't know what the connection is. I'll be honest. I'm sorry, Gabriel Jesus, but I have no idea what the connection is with Palmeiras itself. I don't know if that's your first club or whatever. But yeah, I personally can see a Tommy situation happening personally. Big up to I think that's Akbos, isn't it? I always forget what his YouTube channel is, but I think that's Akbos. What number do you think? Oh, not the 10. How about that? TV, hi everyone, Dave here. Big up to Dave. Hope you're doing well over in New York City. OHM Z270 is I'm so happy. Good. G, put your mask on for the Tyler.
How do you do
it? Very good.
Yes, Tyler. That's my boy, Tyler.
Apparently, Lucas. I honestly don't know where this is coming from. Oh dear! I sometimes I just have no words. What was it? What was it I heard back in January? It did crack me up. Oh yeah, Ben Chilwell was coming to Arsenal. That one made me smile, just because he was at the stadium, which I thought was hilarious. Look, if I've always said this, if a market opportunity does come up that is hard for us to turn down, then we'll do it. But at the moment, there is no space defensively. You know, we've got Calafiori, Kivior, Gabriel, Lewis Kelly. That's 4. You've got Mosquera, you've got Saliba, and then you've got Timber and White. We've totally covered defensively. Totally. Someone would have to go. And Kivior is the only one that I can see ever going. Isn't going anywhere yet. So, and even if he did, it's going to be Hato, if Hato is still available at that time. Is there backup plans to Hato? Yes, there is, but Lucas Dino is not one of them. Oh dear, it makes me smile. Big up to Geeks saying hello, Bobby, hello, G, hello, Jack. Please, thank you very much. Appreciate that, mate. I'm not going to say it's going to be epic. I'm not going to say anything. It's going to be epic, though. Eze, you'll find out soon enough, mate. I promise. Jokeres is probably better than Isak. In my opinion, he is anyway. You only have to look at international levels as well. It's not even just club level. It's international level. Look, I know a lot of people have been questioning why all of a sudden is it Gyökeres and not Sesko. When Gyökeres left, I think it was Brighton, many years ago, we were interested in then, but he just chose a different career path. So we've always had interest in Gyökeres. We've always monitored him. And then obviously when Andrea came in, it was like, this lad, we need to get him. Fair dues. Fair enough. And obviously we had a situation with Sesko, which was sorted out last summer. Then Klopp got appointed at Red Bull. That scuppered a few issues because Jurgen Klopp obviously doesn't like Arsenal for obvious reasons. Changed the narrative of everything that we'd already agreed. Tried to sort that out, didn't get it sorted out. Gyökeres sorted his problems out. He became available. It's been a really good drama. It really has. It's been really fun. I can't wait to do the show in September.
Quick question for you, Bobby.
Yes,
do you see Sesko going to Newcastle?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I to be honest, I do see Sesko because Elvis has. For people that don't know, I'm just talking about Elvis Presley for no reason. Elvis is his agent, and Red Bull. They know they've screwed up. They know they have, because obviously we walked away and we've now got Gyökeres. They are changing that price tag. Whether or not they change the structure is another matter, but they've definitely changed the price tag quite drastically. We were not, by the way, paying anywhere near £100 million for him. That was not the agreed price last summer. But yeah, they've definitely changed it. It's all a mess, I'll be honest. But yeah, look, everyone knows how much I love Sesko. I rate him very highly. I think he'd be a very good striker once he can, sort out a few little details about his game. But I wish him all the best, just not against us. I've always said that. Big up to Jobel 1K, saying Ian Jensen, everyone in the chat, please like the thank you very much. Left back, it's possible, but as I've just explained, we're fully stacked at the back at the moment. So yeah, big up to PX throwing a curveball out there. Edson Alvarez. Now, Alvarez is how old now? 26, 27? Is he? How old is he? It doesn't seem, for me, it doesn't fit the age profile. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I thought he's definitely the other side of 25. I'd say about 26, 27.
He's too old for me. 23 max is what I want us to get, because we've got Supermenia Rice, and they're going to be around for a few years, and we've got Norgard, who's going to be around for at least 1 or 2 years comfortably at a standard that we're going to be happy with. So, and please don't underrate Norgard, because he's way better than people think he is. Just because he's come from Brentford, that's literally all it is. Big up to Dan saying, good evening, hey, both are well. It's heating up now, isn't it? Well, that's literally why I'm on the icebergs, because it's 27 up here again, because it's decided to go, here's another little mini heat wave for you, which is why I'm needing the icebergs in the background, because I need it to feel cold. I've got the fan on in, it's ridiculous. Trust me, I don't think there'll be any rioting. I'm sure we have a defence to shut down Liverpool's attack. Well, this is the thing. Liverpool still have their same issue from last season.
Can I ask you a question, Bobby? I'm going to dig a little bit. I don't want no information that you can't give me, but just with regard, let's say we are in Thursday, okay?
Yes.
He has a release clause. Is that release clause? Are the conditions, I don't know if you can tell me this, but are the conditions of the release clause 1 lump sum or 3 installments?
Sorry, Em was just blowing me a kiss, which sort of sidetracked me a little bit. Now stuck a tongue up at me, which is lovely. Anyway, yeah. Right, anyway.
You're right there, Bobby.
I'll be having words. Anyway, right. Sorry, don't distract me now. Right. Anyway, right. So with Steve, for anyone that doesn't know, Steve he's the. Gosh, he's really dominated. Anyway, the CEO of Crystal Palace. Right. So it's not necessarily when it comes to release clauses in the UK. So I'll do this in a different way.
Mm.
you never have to pay the full lump in one lump sum. You can find different ways of doing it. Now, you can also find a very, very clever way of doing it,
Mm-hmm.
which is by doing what is technically a player swap, but isn't a player swap. So it would be two
Okay.
separate deals that will reach the target for the player,
Okay.
like the 60, I think 68 million or something like that, by chucking in the player, but then it will
Mhm.
also be done in separate transfer sheets. Obviously, you guys don't see this because all you'll see is a player swap done. I know there was something that came out today about Trossard and Eze for 40 million, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. It technically, we will be paying the 68 million.
Mm.
Well, it's not going to, we're not paying the 60. I can promise you it won't be 68 million that we pay. But someone will go towards Crystal Palace as well. It's very confusing because I can't say too much. That's the problem.
Okay.
I wish I could. When I speak in September, when I talk about the transfer window as it went, I will try and get some green lights to talk a bit more about every single detail, so everyone can kind of explain. But with Eze, and it's very important when it comes to PSR. So Crystal Palace will want that full value of PSR for themselves.
Mm.
Once you throw a player into the deal, you lose the PSR advantage because obviously the value has suddenly dropped. So what you have to do is try and keep it separate. Even though the media will pump it out as a player swap, it won't be. It will be a separate deal. And let's say Eze goes for 55, which is more the target I believe it will go. That PSR value is going to be close to 200 million for Crystal Palace, which will change them for quite a long time, because they'll be able to do more every transfer window, which is perfect for them. Obviously, we will have a soft spot for Crystal Palace for many reasons, Ian Wright being one of them, obviously. But they're a good club to work with and manage. And, you know, we have a very good relationship and we will continuously have a very good relationship. And it's just good. But yes, I know it's not really answering the question, but it's already kind of sorted. And it will come out eventually. So yeah. That's
no, the only reason why I'm asking is because because I put a post up about Eze, just kind of, you know, just teasing the idea of him coming to Arsenal, and I had two Crystal Palace fans who triggered by it, and they were just adamant, you know, in the comments. One I had to block in the end because he got insultive. He didn't know how to actually have a discussion, and one of the things he was adamant about was that Arsenal will have to pay the 68 million up front. And I said, in one lump sum. And I said, mate, that's not how it works. Like, that might be the actual release clause and those might be the conditions. But I said, even if you look at the Zubimendi deal, like, we ended up paying a little bit more over a longer period of time. Like, there were negotiations to tweak and change the release clause, but they just weren't having it. So you did answer the question. And the answer to the question is that, you know, despite the release clause having certain conditions, both clubs would potentially be open to negotiating. So, yeah, you answered the question.
Right. So I'll do it a different way. Let's just talk about someone totally random, nothing to do with our club, nothing to do with anything. Let's say, give me an English player from any Premier League club and we'll talk about him.
Harry Maguire.
Okay. Seriously? Okay. I'm going to give you a sensible release clause for him. So 5 million quid, right?
Yeah.
You can do a £4 million over 4 years and then do a 1.5 million in add-ons. That will be suitable to reach the release clause. I know it's $500,000 over, but there's a reason why it has to be $500,000 over. So that would then be the release clause. So you can do that with Eze. So you can do 55 plus 13 in add-ons.
Yeah.
There's many ways of, because that's the whole point. You know, we're not Spain, we're not Portugal, we're not other leagues that have these release clauses. And even with Zubimendi, as you rightly mentioned, we're paying it a different way. If we hadn't paid it in that different way, I can guarantee you our summer will look very different.
Yeah.
Because you would have to literally pay that 51 in one lump sum, which would then screw up everything else that we wanted to do. So it was a very wise move that we did that in installments. But you can get around it. Obviously, with Spain, you have to not only agree with the club, but you also have to agree with the La Liga because it's their rules. But thankfully, they're good people. Is Hato going to Chelsea? Possible. Simmons, definitely. Hato, possible. Watch that space. We'll have to see what happens. Like I said, the transfer window is very, very fluid. It's going to be more and more fluid as you go along now. In my opinion, yes. Big up to Oliver. Is Rodrigo still in Amber? Yes, he is. Big up to Oliver saying, please like and keep subscribing. Is there any updates on the possibility of getting the Irish youngster? He will be coming. It's 1.7 million. I think you'll see an announcement next week. I think it's a young lad. I think he's from Shamrock.
He looks absolutely unreal.
Yeah, I mentioned him back in January. I think even
Yeah,
January
I remember
last because he technically won't be ours until he's 18. So even though we'll agree a deal, so again, don't worry about how long it might take because he can't physically sign for us until 18 anyway. So I think it's the EU rules, isn't it? That back because he obviously is not because he's in the Irish league, which obviously is not part of us. Well, they're the EU, we're not, which just screws up everything. But he will be ours. Well, I think we're signing a youngster from Charlton as well. So yeah, it's all looking good at the moment. Martinelli is one of only 3 or 4 Brazilians to score 50. Yeah. I think it's like 2 or 3 seasons ago, he was our top goal scorer. And a lot of people just, because I think what it is, he was joint top scorer with Odegaard. And because of that, everyone seems to have forgotten about it. Now, yes, I do agree that Martinelli has had a bit of a drop off. One, I don't believe it's his fault. I've always said it's about who's coaching you. And I think that is a problem because I just don't think he's the right player for Arteta. I think he'll excel elsewhere. I really do because he has got some talent, but he's just not the type of player that does what Saka does, and that's what we need: someone that does what Saka does on the left. And Trossard doesn't even do that either sometimes. So, I do. Big up there. Is it true that Palace inquired about Nwaneri on loan? Yeah, because I've heard, I've known there's some mad people out there saying that we're selling Ethan. Never going to happen. Just never. Will Ethan possibly go out on loan? I definitely can't rule that one out.
I mean, that's been floating around for ages.
Yeah, I have no issues. If Ethan was to go out on loan, I've got no issues with that at all. Because, yes, he is going to play for us. He's not going to play that much for us. I'd rather him have a good season out on loan somewhere, smashing it up, because he will smash it up wherever he goes. I have no issues. But currently, he's going to be part of our squad, which hence why he's got the number 22, which is a very good number. Custom made. What's wrong with? I don't know. I've got my personal issues with him. I know other people like him. That's fine. It's my personal opinion. Oliver, thank you very much for doing that, Ali. How close is Sesko to Newcastle? Thought of him for the next season. Well, it would be nice, but I do believe Red Bull need to sell him now. They've got their own financial issues. Don't forget they've got any Champions League. They've got no European competition next season, have they? That's all. Red Bull, as far as I know.
No.
So they need a lot of money. Yeah. So they need a lot of money. And Simmons and Sesko are the 2 biggest money that they can get. Eze 100%. For me, 99.8% I'm convinced that Eze is coming. Does Isaac stay put? For me, yes, for 1 season. Edson, it's a terrible football, mate. I always like it when we face West Ham. He's not terrible. It's just sometimes it just doesn't work at certain teams. How far gone is the Will Wright deal? Pretty much sorted. You'll again see that next week as well. There's going to be a lot next week. Have we had conversations? Yes, we have. Very nice ones as well. Are we definitely getting one of Rodrigo or Gordon? Yes. I don't see it being anyone else at the moment, I'll be honest. Liao is... See, Gordon is someone that Berta recommended. And obviously, a lot of data was done and gathered and stuff, and he's a good player. But so is Liao, was also a better one. And I'm Liao. I don't know. I have question marks on him. I do like him, but it's the fact that I have question marks that worries me. When I start having question marks, I go, why have I got question marks?
Yeah. So you think we will get one of those two?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I don't see it being anyone else. At the moment, I don't see it being anyone else.
Yeah.
I just...
That's good. I mean, that's good. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm not... I mean, you know what it is with Rodrigo? He's like, obviously he's like Real Madrid, Galactico, like quality player, Brazilian. I think all of that kind of helps. But, and I think he would be my number one preference. Yeah. At the same time, I'll be honest, like I'm not completely sold on any of the left wing options. If I'm completely I take Rodrigo, I take Gordon. I'm not as familiar with Liao's game. I know a lot of the Gooners that I speak to are. I think Liao's a little bit like Marmite. He tends to divide opinion quite a bit.
Yes.
Some people see him as really special. Some people just see him as a bit of a lazy git. So I'm not. I'll be honest. I'll be completely honest. I want the left winger signing addressed. So if we sign a left winger, whoever that left winger is, I'm willing to give them an opportunity. Just like all Arsenal signings, I'll give them an opportunity. Put on the shirts. Show me what you can do. But I'm honest. I'm not. If you had to back against the wall, who would I pick? I pick Rodrigo. But I'm not completely convinced on the left wingers. Whoever the club identifies, I'll be more than happy with the left winger signing. I just feel like we need somebody other than Martinelli and Trossard.
Yes,
we need something else.
Yeah.
It's
clearly our weakness that we've got, and
it's very stale coming in. Yeah,
with Gyökeres, and I've said this all along. We need that free-prone attack. If we don't get that free-prone, then it goes down to 2, which then nullifies us again. Because all you got to do is just mark Gyökeres or Saka, and you were doomed anyway. We need a free-prone attack, preferably 4 as well, which I do think will happen as well. But we'll wait and see. Good to see you live, Jesus. Guess do imagine having a front three of Rodrigo, Gyökeres, Saka, and exactly. Delicious, isn't it? Delicious. Liao at the end of last year, Milan friendly was interesting rumours he'd love to be part of this project. Is that moving forward? Third choice for me, Liao. And I just can see either one of Rodrigo or Gordon leaving, and I think they'll be coming to us. That's just how I look at it at the moment. Obviously, things might change, but at the moment, that's what I think will happen. Is Liao and Gabby both potentially out with Jesus? I think it's only going to be one. The thing with Martinelli is no one's willing to pay what we're asking. I don't see that being dropped, to be honest. The problem with Martinelli, we know there's potential there, and we know with Trossard, you got what it is. It's literally, he's a certain age, certain price, job done. You give us that money, see you later. Martinelli, he's young, which he still is. He's what, 24, 23, 24? It's not that old, is he? Good Martinelli.
Martinelli, like 24.
Yeah, so, he's not hit what they call hit their peak yet. That's whatever. But we obviously are demanding a lot more than what teams are willing to pay. So, I don't see both going. Just be Trossard, in my opinion. You'll see something next week, in my opinion, on Will. Eze to Arsenal kit incoming, says Elliot. Everyone's getting excited about his kits. I'll be honest, I've not really fallen in love with any kits this season. It's a bit weird. I'm looking.
You know what? I really like the home kit. Yeah, I really like the home kit. Yeah, I like. You know what it is? I like the design with the repetition of the A on the actual shirt itself.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that it's just red and white. Like, I do like that. No gold, no blue. I wasn't at the time. I thought I liked it, but when I look back at the one when we had the blue trim or the blue Adidas lines on the sleeve, nah. I just really like the simplicity of the red and white this season.
Yeah. Oh dear. Sorry, Miles has just shared something in the group. You might want to have a look at that, G. Whilst I go through
Okay.
these. Sleeper new deal rumors heating up. Is this media catch up? Yes. Like I said to G just before the stream, I think Sleeper and Saka announcements won't happen until September, October, due to the fact what we're trying to do in the rest of the window. Everybody wants their kind of little bit of media attention. Like every signing, every announcement will want their little bit of, because people make a lot of money out of this. Don't get me wrong. Even the Mosquera one, loads of people made money out of that. I have still got to announce Mosquera. I know he's already been announced, but I've done my video for him as well. But yeah, everyone makes their money out of these announcements as well. So everyone will have their own little space in time. Saliba and Saka will not be a joint announcement. It will be Saka 1 week, Saliba, the next or two. It's just how it works. I'm sorry. I know about all these new contracts all in one lump sum, and I know they're going to be spread out over months because that's just how it is. It's just the way the football works. It's not very nice sometimes, I have to be honest. Liverpool, aren't they still interested in Gordon? They've still got Diaz. Just saying.
Well, they need, you know what I mean? They need positive content, don't they?
Oh yeah, 100%. Look, Liverpool have got to get rid of Nunez. They've got to get rid of Diaz if they want to sign the left winger and the striker that they want to sign. Because Ekatike is not the only striker they want to sign. They do want to sign another one, but I just don't see them going for Isaac. That's just my opinion. I just don't think they've got enough money to do it because they would have to pay a lot of money. Because Newcastle don't need to sell. They are the richest club in the world. A lot of people seem to forget that little detail. They are the richest club in the world. How close is it Isaac to be leaving based off the media? It could gone this weekend. Would Newcastle sell? I don't think Gordon has anything to do with Isaac personally. I think it's a different situation. So I wouldn't put the two together. They can quite easily sell both in one window and still replace them. So, they've got loads of targets themselves. Obviously, they're not doing very well with those targets because Trafford has just gone to City. That was meant to be a banker for Newcastle. They've gone back to City.
Yeah, Newcastle are having a shocker, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. It's like I've said, it's to do with their wages. They just don't. Mind you saying that. You wait.
They signed the
I'm
Langer.
pretty sure. Say that again, mate.
They signed the Langer. He's decent.
Yeah. Oh God, don't get me wrong. Yeah, but it's the wage demands. Like we're not paying a lot of money for our new signings. A lot of people don't understand this. Zubimendi is not on a lot of money. Not a lot of money. Gyökeres is not going to be on a lot of money. He's on like Zinni wages. So when he comes in, so it's mad at the moment. I was talking about Gyökeres. Got you. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that, mate. How far along is? You'll find out next week. I can promise you. We'll write. You'll find out next week. Hey G, help ask Bobby to the surprise sale. Nope.
You didn't even give me a chance. Not
going to happen. Look, just wait and see. There's still 5-6 weeks left to go. It's still anything can happen at the moment. Do you see Gordon to Arsenal if Isaac leaves? Yep, I can see everything happening there. But I don't see Isaac leaving this summer personally. Do you feel Isaac is going to move this summer? Nope. And most likely to whom? Don't rule out clubs in Europe. I don't think people quite understand that Bayern have had such a bad window that they would need to make a statement signing at some point because they have really had a bad window. They haven't got any of their targets at all. So, yeah. As big up to Azrael, who's reposted the stream as well. Big up to Tyrell Gunner TV. Liverpool has no Paul. They do have Paul. It's nothing to do with that, but they've done really well this summer. I'll be honest. They'd be interesting to see at September who's had the best window. It's good for me. It's definitely between us and Liverpool, but I definitely have to sit down and think about it first. G and Bobby, good evening. Good evening to Neil. Hope you're doing well. PSG in for Isaac. PSG, Bayern Munich. Don't rule them out. Correct G on Graham Bailey. Did you also find out that the other PNU haven't put themselves? Well, they have. It's just not in the media because I think everyone surely is aware that Liverpool are very. Hang on, I'll rephrase that. The media are very pro Liverpool for certain reasons. Go and find out why. I saw someone say Gordon looks like Shirley from EastEnders. No, I can't unsee it. I think this is a lot of. It's quite funny though. But a lot of people have a problem with Gordon because he's not a pretty boy. I don't care. Can he play football? Because trust me, we've had some horrible looking players, but they've been brilliant. Anders Limpo wasn't good looking. Jon Jensen wasn't good looking. I loved them. Stefan Schwartz. Many players that I've enjoyed. You know, they weren't the best looking, but I don't care. Can they play football? Percentages for Eze 99.8% for Eze. Rodrigo. Oh, it's a tough one, Rodrigo. And I will keep explaining why, because I'm not 100% convinced what he's going to decide next week. I know he'd love to come to Arsenal, but what you can't rule out is Xabi Alonso's pull, and he does have one. And what they're going to plan to do with him next season. You know, we can't work out what Real Madrid are planning because we can't. And obviously, he's not been involved in the CWC, which was a bit weird. Obviously, he's on holiday. I just don't know. He is our number one target, so I don't want to give a percentage. Yes, mate.
Here's a question, Bobby. If Rodrigo stays at Madrid.
Yeah,
and we end up not being able to negotiate a deal for Gordon.
Yeah,
do you think we would pivot for another left winger, or do you think we would maybe hold fire for January or next summer?
I think we would pivot. Okay. There is more than just two names on that list.
Okay.
Would we go crazy? Probably. Okay. I'll be honest, we might go crazy. There's another two that I'm convinced that we could quite easily get, other than Rodrigo and Gordon.
Okay.
But yeah, if it wasn't any of those four, then I think we would probably go, damn it. Okay. But yeah, it's four players, so I'm not too concerned if the first two don't pan out, because there is backups. Asked to leave, yeah. Nah, yeah. It's one of those. I can't remember how they worded it on Championship Manager or Football Manager. It's where they want a bigger challenge. I think that's basically what Isaac has asked. He wants a bigger challenge. He knows full well, and we all know this, Newcastle are never going to be challenging anytime soon, because they need a good, for me, just my opinion, they need a good 10 years of continuously pushing for titles and cups and stuff before they can class themselves as a big team. Sorry, 2 seconds. This one. Yeah. No, sorry, Jim. Give me 2 seconds, mate.
That's right.
I think she's gone anyway. But yeah, so I can't remember what it was now. Yeah, 4 players. Isaac. Yeah, I think it's more to do with his ask for a bigger challenge. So it's not necessarily how it is. He refused to go on pre-season. Sorry, mate. What were you going to say? What do you say, G? Sorry, Rich. Have I gone? Are you gone? I don't know. I can't hear G now. Oh no! He refused to go on pre-season tour.
I think my internet's lagging up.
All right, mate. No worries. That was what was said. Arsenal pull through with their signings. Man City has also gone quite recently. Yeah, I wouldn't. See, the thing is, I'm not too concerned about other teams. I did say that Liverpool would be a problem because they can have a really good window. But as for like United, Chelsea, I don't really care. To be honest, or City, I'm not really bothered by. I'm just more worried about us. I just think the only reason I said Liverpool were going to have a good window just because I had an inkling of exactly what they were going to be doing, and I was like, damn it, if they get that, geez, they're going to be a problem. Isaac wants to explore his options in this window. Yeah, but exploring is one thing. Newcastle don't need to sell, and that's the important thing. Newcastle do not need to sell. He wants to explore options in the market, and he will not go on their pre-season tour in Asia. I'm not that bothered by that, if I'm honest. In the media, it was willing to explore. Yeah, there we go. That makes more sense than anything else. Didn't really specify Liverpool at first. Fabrizio is the one. Yeah, well, the less said about Romano, the better, because I'm only going to get myself in trouble. Isaac to Arsenal 2025. In all honesty, the money we pay for the management certificate is a masterstroke. Indeed, it is. Evening to Ali J. Also, in regards to Liverpool, their attack is strong, but I reckon exactly. Attacking wise, brilliant, but they're still suspect defensively and midfield because they don't have much backup to Gravenberch, Soboslai, and the other dude, can't think of his name, McAllister. Who else they got? Endo. Woohoo!
Yeah, I think their strength in depth is very questionable.
Yeah, exactly. Where we are strengthening in depth everywhere. Everywhere. I was talking about, no worries, mate. Makes more sense now. Any other news about outgoings? Like I said, there's 9 players on amber going out. I did say to G, I think it was G, I said it a bit earlier, I do expect 2 of those to turn green over the week, early next week, personally. I do see him going. I don't see him staying. He's definitely a unicorn at the strike. Please tell me. Oh, he's not. Definitely not going. Definitely not going. We also, woohoo! I'll be honest, he'll be going very, very soon as well. Who is back up to Hato? Fudger. What's his name? He plays in Serie A. I can't think of his name. I was not expecting that question, I'll be honest. So I didn't prepare myself for that one. Left-sided centre back. Yeah, that can cover the left back role as well. Oh, bugger. I'll have to get back to you on that one.
I'll be real. I'm not sure.
No, there was, and that person signed a new deal with the club that he was at. So, I think Gumser asked me quite a while back, like, about players being in green is their expiry date. Yeah. G, your question, yes, mate. Because we can try and wrap it up for 8. So that we were, but I think now this is quite risky, in my opinion, because what we haven't done this summer has been risky. So we've always had someone in green, whatever position it was, and either triggered it or not triggered it, depending on what other situation came up. But left winger, we did pull out of that one. Now, there's always been left wingers in yellow or amber. So I just don't see us not signing a left winger by the end of August. I'll be honest. That's how I feel at the moment. I'm very confident. So explore his options on Isaac. Rumours coming out that we've already. Oh, really? Oh, amazing, isn't it? Did that sound convincing? The player going to Palace is an academy player or a bench player. Bench player. I'd say a squad player. Can I say that? I don't like saying bench players because if any of us like said you could be a bench player, it would make you not fall in love with football. So yeah, I prefer saying squad personally. I don't hate saying bench player. Can Hato wait for us, or has he agreed? He hasn't agreed to join Chelsea. I know everyone's panicking. I'm not panicking yet, but I just can't see Kivior leaving at the moment because again, as I said, we've got a certain price. Other clubs are not willing to pay that price, so. It is what it is. Big up to Mohammed. I think once Vieira and Nelson get sold, the others will go quicker because we then look less desperate. There you go, Dean. We cannot. We've strengthened ourselves so well We don't want to look weak in other areas now. So, all right, I'm going to try and speed this up because I do want this wrapped up in 10 minutes, guys. Get Eze home. Can't wait to see Eze announcement. Yes, it's going to be probably a tearjerker, actually. I'll probably get some hankies out. God. Oh, I never wanted to see his name again. Geez, both man and female building from the roots. Yeah. I'll be honest, quickly covering the Arsenal women, we might break the world record again for the Arsenal women. We've already broke it once. We might break it again. Let's wait and see if it does happen. I've got things for you. Was it? Big up to Dermot. Hope you're doing well. Who's the backup for Eze now at Simmons? A certain lad from the West Midlands. But I guarantee it will be that guy that you said first there. But yeah, Morgan Rogers is also a possibility, but it's very slight. Villa are asking really weird numbers, considering they've actually kind of in a grey area when it comes to finances. I think they'll weaken their position soon. Martin's transitional wave, we got him, Martinelli. In terms of homegrown quota, how are we doing? Very well now, Madueke. We've got him through the homegrown quota. We're doing very well, so I'm not too concerned. Going on loan to Brentford. Yeah, that's a good shout, going to Brentford. Any advancements on Lauren James? You'll see more on Arsenal women again next week. For some reason, next week's a very busy week. I don't know why. One thing is for sure, life, death, taxes, and continuing money never ending. There you go, spot on. Why can't we get both? I never said we can't. Did I say that? I never said we can't. Never said it. If Isaac goes, would they still? Yep, they would. Keep Kivior. I like Kivior, but Hato offers us more, and that's what I need. I need more. Leo has talent, but he played like he is still 20. Is so inconsistent. Is Rodrigo or Gordon coming on top of Eze, or is it one of them three? No, it's definitely going to be a left wing and a cam. Now, I know a lot of people are getting confused because Eze can also play left wing. Yes, he can, but we're signing him to be a cam, not a left winger. Sometimes he will go out left, and maybe sometimes we play him on left. But we're not. That's not the position we want him for. We want him for a cam because Berta has seen that Odegaard doesn't offer what we need specifically. He's a very good player, Odegaard, but doesn't offer that specific punch going forward where Eze does. That's the difference. Over the course of many streams, you have mentioned Gordon. Who can do the second job on the left? It says to me, if Rodrigo does not happen, the groundwork. Oh, yeah, the groundwork's been done. Yep. Any chance with Lookman on the left wing? He is one of the 4 Akpos. Definitely need a left winger in. Yep. And to be fair, Martin has given time. Need a shake up on the left. Eze and a left winger for me. Other positions are secondary. Got to say, Gordon, Eze, Saka behind Gyökeres. That could be deadly with serious options on the bench. It's delicious, isn't it? Can I ask, aside from the attacking targets Liverpool will get, how are they going to reinforce their defence? It seems they're going for attacker alone. Yeah, that's the Arnold Slot way. No, but obviously they've got a situation with Canate they've got to kind of deal with. They've obviously looked at Gay, but Crystal Palace not budging on that price. That could develop later on. Crystal Palace currently are dealing with a court case, so I think a lot of things are on hold until that court case. That will have to be decided pretty quick. It won't be a long, winded court case because obviously it involves the European competition, so it'll be dealt with pretty quick, in my opinion. Is it true Noni has been classed? Yes, he has been. It was stupid that he wasn't. He's English, so it's a bit stupid that he wasn't classed as homegrown. The home kit I like a lot. Should be red and white. The rest not my style, says Kingley. Our cards is... How many cards? Yeah, well, I think it might be quite...
times, isn't he?
Yeah, it's going to be close. Who's going to get suspended first between Arteta and Heinze, to be honest, on the line. Yeah. What chances have Super Mick got if we do? Oh, well, can we not talk about that right now? I think I'll probably rather come back to that once the window's done. Because I'm not being harsh on Mikel. There's no need to be right now. He's been a very good boy going through this process because I guarantee you he's not a fan of a lot of numbers coming in. He is someone that has 3 or 4 players. He's sitting back, enjoying it because he's actually enjoying this because he's seen the talent on Mosquera. Mosquera, for me, is going to be one of the most underrated signings we've made because he is extremely talented. So yeah, it's going to be very, very good. Big up to Dylan. We need another left winger. I'll be pretty optimistic about our chances of winning a major. G, I have the feet. Right, okay. Geeks do what Geeks does. Geeks do what Geeks does. Jeez. Great show. Thank you very much, Jessica. Appreciate that. Max in a bad car. I'm confused now. Sad to say, but Martinez should be sold. Thoughts? Oh, 100%, but only for the price that we're willing to sell at. Just for edification is he is a number 10 target, not a left winger target. The other two, Barcola and Yildiz. I'd love Yildiz. I really would, but the price for Yildiz is so much. We would obviously the guy that was meant to come to Juventus thankfully did not come because obviously what was in his past regarding social media, but he would have helped with the Yildiz deal because I do think that Yildiz would have possibly have come to us either this summer or next summer. I hope he doesn't go to any other club because I would personally like to go and get him next summer if we could because I like Yildiz a lot. If Rodrigo can leave and we could turn down signings because of a certain demands, would he go to Liverpool? I don't see him going to Liverpool. Rodrigo, I'll be surprised. Lovely show. Thank you very much to hear. How are Chelsea spending so much money financially? Because they're a very cleverly run squad. How about that? I think cleverly is the best word I can use there.
And they also sell really, really well.
Yeah, well, this is a lot of people because PSR is not talked about enough. If they sold someone for 3 or 4 million quid, that doesn't look like a lot. PSR value, that's a lot of money. And you keep doing that time and time again, that's a lot of money over a lot of years. So yeah, they have Curtis Jones, Elliott, and Wirtz in midfield. Well, Elliott's going to be going. Curtis Jones, I don't personally rate and Wirtz is an attacking midfield. So yeah, it's more the DM I was more concerned about with Liverpool. Is Eze? Yes, he is. Last question from me. Do you think all our business done before deadline day? What if it's watching? Well, you never know. I'll be honest. It wouldn't surprise me if Berta just wants that deadline day excitement. He's given us one hell of a window so far already, so who knows? Barcola, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Currently, don't see him ever leaving, so we'll wait and see. Harry Kane and Wayne Rooney aren't exactly oil paintings. Exactly, they're not. Are we selling Lokonga? We are selling Lokonga. Who would buy him? Seville. Simple as that. What's the menu? I like people that ask questions, but unfortunately, I'm not going to answer them. Do you think Eze comes and starts over Madueke on the left? Madueke is a squad player and mainly Saka's number 2, I suppose, is the best way, but he will be playing multiple positions because Madueke can play in multiple positions. A lot of people don't realise that. Do you think this squad is ready to win the league this season? Once we get the left winger and the cam sorted, yes, I do believe we can. Can we sell Kivio and replace him with Hater before Chelsea gets him? I would like to. Probably knows. Love to cheat you as well. Nice. Yeah, he's lovely, isn't he? He's all right. He's not a bad fella. Not a bad fella. That green left winger was Semenya. We're not saying a little thing. Oh, Max. Got you. Now I know what you want about. Makes more sense, Mohammed. I was thinking, I thought we were talking about Doman. Sorry. I hope Rio and Eze come just at the. Yeah, Eze, definitely. I think everyone knows how much he'd love to come to Arsenal. Leao, I would, he does show a lot of love for Arsenal. Maybe not in the social media, but I do know of relationships with other Arsenal players he has.
Yeah, him and Rice were really close after the Milan game the other day.
Yeah, they did a little training session privately after the season. because they're actually good friends. So
I
yeah,
like that.
it's
I like that
it's an
question
interesting
from
one.
Poppy coming up.
Oh, okay. Hope you and Gia both. Thank you, Miles. Pepsi or Coke? What are you drinking, my king? Me personally, it's Pepsi. I can't stand Coke. What about you, G?
You know what? I'm not too fussy between the two, but out of the two, I used to always prefer Coke, but nowadays I've got a bottle of Pepsi waiting for me after the show.
If you added Dr. Pepper in there, it's Dr. Pepper all day for me, but there we go. Is there a surprise signing big name that
Good question. Good question. Come on, Bobby.
Right, I'll put this in the only way I can. Andrea always has a card up his sleeve, and he definitely has a card up his sleeve.
Nice.
Will it be used? We need a lot of things to go our way for this special card to be used. And I don't see that happening at the moment. I'll be surprised if it does. If it does, then I'll just be sitting on stream going, yeah, you know what? I'm not even going to ask the questions. I'm just going to embrace the moment.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Can you share more information about pot? No, I'm not going to go. No, we're going to move on from that. But appreciate it anyway. Thank you very much, Andy. Out of 10, what are the chances that we actually sign? Out of 10, I'm going to do it out of 100 because that's how I do things. 99.8%. 99.8%. Did you block that dude on the bike? Wait. Oh yeah, Dan. You know what? It's quite funny because I looked him up, and he's actually a big YouTuber. And I was thinking to myself, I have never seen him in the chat ever before, ever. It's like I don't know what you're even on about. Because I have explained the Sesko situation.
And how are you just gonna come on a stream as a rival fan talking about?
Yeah, I know. That was me being nice about him as well because I liked his name.
Weird.
And yeah, never mind. It is what it is. I scored it 99.8. It's a little bit higher than 98. Any news on Viper? I hope we get him personally because I think it's about 15 million quid. It's a bargain because I actually really do like him. He was someone that I signed in my fantasy window when I did that back in like May, April time. I really do like him a lot. Right, let's quickly the pipe tool. You're that confident we get Eze done? I really hope so. He's been one of my favorite players. Good. Out of 100, how many percent is our chance of getting a left winger? 90. Oh, I'm gonna go a whole hog here. 99.1% sure that we'll get a left winger. But only because I know that someone is close to going. And that is what I've always said. The only reason we could get two wingers in is if one of Trossard or Martinelli leave. And one of Martinelli or Trossard is leaving. So that means we can now go and get the other winger. Admittedly, yes, Madueke probably freaked a lot of people out. And I get it. I personally love the idea of what we're doing with Madueke. But yeah, the only way we could get two wingers in was Trossard or Martinelli had to go. Well, it's a Viper, so it's Weiper. He plays for Mainz. He played against the England under-21s for Germany. I think he scored a goal against us actually, if I remember correctly. But he's a decent young talent. I honestly do think he moves a bit like Isaac, and he's definitely got a lot of talent there. And he's only 15 million quid at the moment, so this is the perfect time to buy him. But Isaac, exactly, he's not the left winger. He can play there, but he's going to be our cam. By Trussy, thoughts on our leaked third kit. I showed it to Em the other day. I like white kits. I've got the marble kit for anyone that remembers that one. That was my favourite. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling any of them this season.
I'm not sold. No, I'm not sold. It might be different when they release it and I actually see it in real life. But of the three, I prefer the home kit second kit,
Okay.
obviously the third. But yeah, I'm not sold on the third kit at all.
No, I'm not. I think this might be the first season I don't actually get a kit. I might just get the training kits because I love training kits as well. See you, boys. See you, Neil. Hope you're doing
Have
well,
you lost
mate.
me, or have I lost Bobby?
No, I'm still here, mate, and you're still here.
Okay.
Don't worry. Nelson Viper. Right, guys. That's me done. I will be back Tuesday, which will be the 29th, if I'm correct in saying that. Is that 29th? And I'm sure we will all be talking about something else by that time as well. But before we do wrap it up, I do want to announce this one because I like to announce them all. So here we go.
We want to chase the night, want to dance to the light, pull stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild.
I do believe we'll probably see his brother in a couple of years as well, personally.
Yeah, did you see Berta?
Yeah, I honestly, there is a lot. There's already a data report on his younger brother as well. So I think that this is actually a serious possible future signing. So we'll wait and see. But this signing, honestly, he's a lot better than people think he is. So let's wait and see. Anyway, guys, me and G are out of here. Speak to you later. Take it easy,
people.
Bye bye.